let's talk about why you should hire the best coach you can possibly find and pay them more money than you ever dreamed you would pay someone. Let me just be clear, this isn't about accountability. You can hire someone for $100, $200 an hour to hold you accountable. And let's be honest, someone like you who's thinking about a high-level coach doesn't really need accountability. Maybe there are gonna be certain pieces when you're in really hard times, you want someone to hold your feet to the fire. But otherwise, this is about something much bigger. And I wanna also be clear, the reason that I'm suggesting this about money is for two reasons. Number one, we value what we pay for things. If I told you that my coaching services cost $100 for the year, you're gonna think about it much differently, and most importantly, you're gonna put your energy into it much differently than if my coaching services cost $1 million for the year, which they don't. You see my point, right? The other element of the money is that when you're spending more money than you ever could have dreamed on coaching, you are gonna force yourself to go for it. Listen, if the coaching package was $500 a month and that's no big deal for you, when the going gets tough and you have to make changes and look at yourself and do things that are hard and it's only $500, you could feel like, you know what, it's fine. I'm just gonna let it lapse, or I'm just gonna pay it till the contract's done. But if you're paying $10,000 a month and that's a big stretch for you, you're gonna force yourself to go for it because you've gotta make this work. You've gotta make it happen to bring in a new level of revenue to pay for your life and pay for your coaching. Make sense? The three things that you can get out of coaching that are above and beyond being held accountable are: first, strategy. A high-level coach should be somewhere who's been to the place that you wanna go. If you wanna make $1 million in your business, then you wanna hire a coach who's made $1 million in their business. And then the person can help you on the how. This is becoming the CEO of your business. This is helping you to see new pathways and new ideas of how to get to where you're going, and of course the mindsets that go with it. When I started my first business, I worked my ass off for 6 months, and I went and looked back at my numbers and I had only made $12,000. Now, I was horrified, I was embarrassed, and I was really scared. I needed to be making money and I had no idea what I was doing wrong because I was really doing my best. So I set out to find an amazing coach who could teach me how to build a successful law firm. In the process, I went from making $12,000 in the first 6 months, and then within the next 24 months had my revenue up to $300K for the year. So having a coach who knows the strategy, who's been where you're going, is hugely helpful in helping you to create what you want in life. These are getting more and more juicy as we go. So the second reason to hire a high-level coach and really go for it with your coaching relationship is because the person's gonna help you to see blind spots. And I personally had a massive blind spot just as a human being, which on one hand has served me well and got me to where I am, and on the other hand was really holding me back. So that blind spot was, I have always been really good at seeing things the way that I wanna see them. And you can imagine being an entrepreneur, this is an awesome skill because I can look at what's possible and look at my life in a way where it's like, oh yeah, I just ignore the things I don't like and I can keep myself moving forward till I get to where I want to be. But it doesn't serve me as well in personal relationships. I was in a relationship where things seemed really good on the outside and it seemed like all the boxes were checked. But actually, I was really unhappy and really unsatisfied with the way things were. And I couldn't figure out why. It's just, have you ever had a situation like that where it looks so good from the outside and you're just like, why isn't this enough for me? Why isn't it what I want? I don't get it. So it took me working with a coach to really see that I had put a massive blind spot on in my relationship. I had convinced myself that it was something more and something different than it was, which was causing me to feel this deep sense of unhappiness and to feel really unfulfilled. So working with the coach not only helped me to see that, it also helped me to discover what it is that I really want to move myself out of that and move forward. into being available for the type of relationship that I really do desire deep down inside. So this area of working with a coach helps us to see bigger ways of thinking, what's possible in life. Also, really importantly, new beliefs and values and ways of being. Now, the third way of working with a high-level coach that's hugely beneficial is in the creation. The creation part is something that I love doing the most with my clients because it's really building and putting our energies together to create something awesome. But imagine taking what you know about your business and your interests and what you love and your passion and putting that together with someone who's an innovator, who's doing personal work on themselves, who really is digging into life with this awesome depth and enthusiasm. And you come together to create for your business. So for one of my clients, we created this monthly retainer program where basically she figured out an area in her industry that people need education where they're not really getting it conveniently. And she is delivering this information online in a really interesting, awesome way. We figured out how to structure a package so that people are paying her monthly ongoing for how to get this information. So the awesome thing that comes out of it is she's branched out in what she's doing. She now has ongoing monthly revenue, where before she was always just looking for the next client. And most importantly, and most juicy, she's really servicing her clients in a whole new way. So working with a coach in this way and the creation of your business, I mean, the world is your oyster because there may be things you hadn't thought about before. There may be ways of doing your business you haven't thought about. And when you come together, you're creating something awesome. The last thought I'll leave you with on this is that for me, the money that I have spent investing in myself and in private coaching has truly been the best money that I have ever spent. And I can see that from my outside circumstances financially, in my joy and happiness in my life, and in the quality of my relationships. If you want to schedule a 30-minute discovery call to learn more about whether private coaching is right for you and how it could help you both in your mindset and in growing your life and your business, send me a message. I would love to schedule time to talk to you and to learn more about what you're doing and to see if I can help you in a little shift of your consciousness to see some more of the type of work that we could do together. You are doing amazing work, and I'm so excited to be part of your journey. Keep it up, and I'll look forward to connecting soon.